This $4 sleeping bag does not insulate me from anything. Oh. I'm going into the wilderness for 24 hours to help promote the show Alone Australia. Now, my family, whom I love dearly, reached out, and in particular my cousin Michelle. And she said, hey, I'm going to put you in contact with a good friend of mine. His name is Lee. Now, in 2016, Lee was on the show Naked and Afraid.
If we don't get any fire, we don't get water. That's really serious.
Where he spent 3 weeks in the remote, naked, doing stuff. He also runs rewilding retreats and camps, which connects families and kids back with nature and themselves. It's a great way to get out of the hecticness of life with screens and technology. And he also does these, I don't know what you call them, but my cousin did one where she just went into he runs alone experiences, right? Where my cousin just went into the wilderness for 4 days. And she said it was the most transformative thing that she's ever done. So my cousin Michelle said, hey, have you got any questions for Lee? And I said, I have so fucking many. I'm going to send some video questions. Lee, question 1. What am I doing? 24 hours. My thoughts are it's going to be raining, so the ground's going to be wet. What should I do first?
Hey, Christian, thanks for reaching out for your questions. I'm really excited for you. I think that 24 hours is a good amount of time, especially for someone who, it sounds like you haven't done anything like this before. 24 hours is a decent challenge. And I think because of that, I predict there's going to be some cool experiences for you in this. So I'm excited for you. The first question that you asked was actually, what am I doing? And I think that's a really worthwhile question to ask. When you get out there, I say to people, we run Vision Quest where people get 4 days of solo time. I say, just to get a taste of what it's going to be like, just lock yourself in the bathroom or in the bedroom with no reading material, no phone, and see what it's like just to spend 2 hours on your own with nothing to distract yourself. Mostly what people find is, holy crap, my life is organized around distractions, and I'm used to just going, focusing on one thing to another. If uncomfortable feelings come up inside me, I check my emails, or I go scroll something, or I go buy something online. And we realize, our culture is set up around distractions. And then when we don't have those distractions, it can feel like our mind starts to eat itself a little bit. There's a kind of a detox process that goes on. And so I would say expect maybe for there to be some hairy palm moments when you're like, holy crap, I don't like this anymore. Get me off this ride. I'm not enjoying this roller coaster. And in those moments, it pays to have a sense of, okay, why am I here? What am I doing this for? And it has to be ideally some kind of a purpose that's beyond myself. So is there someone that I'd like to inspire? Is it going to make a difference in my life that might have a wider impact? Yeah, I would say don't just look at it on a physical level. It's not just about shelter, water, fire, and food. There's something bigger that's, I think, available, an opportunity for you in this. So definitely kind of feel into what that might be for you.
Is he not the most beautiful human being you've ever seen in your life? Just his words, his messages. He's made me so excited for this. A little bit scared about what's going on mentally for me and what I'm going to be going through. But Lee is someone, he's just so good at this. Visit him on Instagram because he's got a link tree in his bio which lists all of his sort of counselling services, what he does with himself, his rewilding camps. If you're interested in doing something like this, just visit his page. It's at Lee_Trew, so LEE_TREW. I did ask him, what do I need to do straight away? Like, what are the things that I just need to get in and get done?
Okay, as the sun sets, first day, what do I need to do? And, in survival terms, on a logistical level, the physical needs are shelter, water, fire, and food, and usually in that order. So shelter first. We can succumb to hypothermia much faster than we succumb to starvation, for instance. In Australia, if I assume you're going to be in Australia, often fire can be the shelter, can be the only shelter that you need. So I would say if it's just 24 hours, you might even want to think about not really bothering building a long-term shelter. Those things take a long time to build, days to build even. I would be looking for natural shelter. You know, is there like a clump of trees that's going to give me some natural shelter, some bushes that are going to protect me from the prevailing winds, some contour in the landscape that's going to give me some shelter. If you have a tarp, you know, you're going to be thinking about where can I put that in a way it's not going to be flapping around in the wind, where it can work with the landscape, a place on the landscape that's actually going to trap some dead air, not be open to the elements so much, and definitely not below any big branches that might fall on my head. So yeah, you want to think about shelter.
Oh, dear. Branches that might fall on my head. I didn't think of any of this. Not have a shelter. Tarp flapping in the breeze. Oh.
The shelter might just be fire. You might just want to, if there's a lot of firewood around, you might just get a big supply of firewood. I've been on survival trips where, you know, for 3 weeks I was just sleeping by a fire. And that was actually the case when I did the Naked and Afraid challenge. I was naked, sleeping on a fire. There were even thunderstorms. But if you make the fire big enough, it'll keep you warm and help you to dry out even in the rain.